My name is A.H. Ostmo, and I have written a young adult sci-fi that I want to share with you guys. Here's the cover. It takes place at the bottom of the ocean in a facility. The main character works in surveillance in this underwater facility. I want to read a chapter per week on YouTube so that it's accessible to listen to. I'm not a professional recorder, so I'll do my best reading this aloud to you, but it's the video probably won't be professional quality. My dog is down there grunting, so that I don't know if you can hear that, but it also is a good transition to let you guys know that I live with people and I live with pets, and you might hear some background noise that I can't really control. Then lastly, I ordered this giant copy of my book on accident, and I think it's really funny, so I'm going to be reading out of this version of the book instead of the regular size. So if you want to purchase a regular size book, you can. If you want to purchase a gigantic copy, you cannot, because I only made one. But today I'm going to be reading to you out of the one giant copy. I'm going to be reading just the prologue to give you guys a little taste of the book. It is in a different tense and from a different perspective than the rest of the book. So it's a little bit different, but here goes nothing. The prologue. It says, Prologue, the accident. Gia Hamiltoni ran his right fingers across the control panel. His left hand squeezed a small, pen-shaped remote. Giant screens played footage of enclosed corridors. There were no windows, only dim lights of all colors. The faintly illuminated walkways revealed community members in different screens before Garrison and his co-worker, Emin Plangon. "There it is," said Plangon, pointing to a screen. "I don't see it," said Garrison, trying not to tense his left hand and push a button at the wrong time. A scream sounded from the security screen. "Water's in the frame," Plangon urged. Garrison stood stiff, eyes locked to the security footage of ice-cold water filling the walkway and people running to escape. "What are you waiting for?" Plangon demanded. "Britannica." Garrison's frozen stare didn't break as he whispered his wife's name. Britannica Hamiltoni appeared in the corridor with a mechanical instrument in hand, her body shoved through shin-deep water. It was like a small string connected Garrison to everything he loved as it drifted away. The remote in his hand would cut that string. It would be lost forever. "Garrison!" Plangon couldn't wait any longer. "The area is filling with water. Close it or we'll all drown." Garrison couldn't unlock his eyes from Britannica's light brown ponytail that swayed with each step she took into deeper water. Her hair glistened. It was almost like the sun's rays could reflect from her loose curls and brighten the cold atmosphere in the facility. Garrison had never actually seen the sun, but he thought the warmth of his rays might feel something like the warmth of his wife's laugh. The difference was that Garrison knew he could live without seeing the sun, but he wasn't sure he could bear life without the light of his wife's joy. Plangon grabbed the back of Garrison's head and turned him to look at a different screen. "Your daughter is in the next frame." Garrison reactively shoved Plangon away, fumbling at the realization that he could lose his daughter. Garrison focused on the screen. "Gia, she's in training. She's not supposed to be there." Garrison's eyes shot back and forth, screen to screen, seeing his 4-year-old daughter running excitedly from a group of kids and also his wife waiting frantically through a flooding pathway. "We don't have time for this." Plangon lunged for the remote. Garrison dodged Plangon, grabbing the back of Plangon's head and slamming it into the control panel before the screen. Plangon sank to the ground with a wail. "Why is Gia there?" Garrison stepped on Plangon's chest and pushed down. "The training has a trip to the algae fields in frame 22. Klingon grunted and gasped for air as Garridan released his footing. A roar came from the security screens. Garridan turned to see a wall of water cascading through the corridor. Britannica stood before an open panel in the wall. Just before a wave of water reached her, she inserted the machine from her hand into the electrical panel. Every entrance to the flooded area sealed shut. The screens flickered before Garridan, then shut off. All went silent. Garridan fixated on the screens that were the only way of knowing what happened to his wife, but all he could see was his own reflection. That's the end of the prologue. So thank you so much for listening to my story, and I will see you soon for chapter 1. Again, this is Trellis, and by me, A.H. Ostmo, if I can get that right. But yeah, thank you so much.